So, the love of your life gets down on one knee, big old romantic proposal. You say yes, you kiss, and then he whips out a big, fat chunk of paperwork and a pen. He wants you to sign a prenup. One woman has expressed her initial horror when her partner asked her to sign one before realising that actually it was a pretty sensible thing to do. So, do you think it's sensible, Katie, or would you be offended?
I'd be devastated if someone did that to me.
Would you?
I just feel like it's a lack of faith in the longevity of the relationship from the start, a lack of faith in me and my morals and my conduct. And I also think from the other side, if it was me issuing the prenup, I just think actually, you know, losing my house or losing money I'd built up in the bank is not the worst thing somebody could do to me. And I know loads of people are going to say, oh, that's coming from a place of privilege. But I'm not saying money's not essential, but I'm saying I believe in myself and back myself that I could go out and work and rebuild my life and be happy in any home.
But is it not just realism in that, you know, we love each other right now, this is marvellous, but, you know, I think, is it something like half of marriages do end in divorce? I mean, the stats
being
are there.
pessimistic.
No, well, but not just realistic. What's the difference between realistic and pessimistic? What do you think, Grace? Realistic or pessimistic?
I just feel like it protects both of you, a prenup. I think, if anything, I'd be like, oh, this is nice. Because if, God forbid, something does happen, you're both then like, right, it's 50-50 and that's it. You don't have to go through all this struggle of, well, I got this, so I'm going to take this. I think it's sensible. My mum's always said, growing up, no matter what financial situation you're in, they're in, whatever, I think you should always have a prenup because it's just a sensible thing to do.
The thing is, prenup's not necessarily 50... Well, I mean, there's a whole big debate as to whether prenups actually kind of work or can be legally enforced.
They're not automatically enforceable in England and Wales. In Scotland, where they watch STV Player, of course, it's a bit stronger.
Is it? All right,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
Then I just looked it up because I was interested. In 2010, the Supreme Court did an edict which it was like, if you enter into it freely and with full understanding and with separate legal advice, then they will now, in England and Wales, take it more seriously. Okay. It will be floated in, but it's not enforceable.
But it's not about 50. It's not about 50-50. It's about. So
what's it about?
Well, so if you were with someone, I don't know, someone called Ella, I don't know, and you know, you came in with a whole bunch of cash, and Ella didn't have so much cash, and then the relationship broke down. You would still walk out with the cash that you came in with, rather than it being 50-50. Do you know what I mean?
The stuff that you had pre the relationship.
But then doesn't it change after you've been with each other for like however many...
But the thing is, listen, this is a contract, right? However, I know you can be all romantic about it, but when you get married, you're entering into a contract. So you're entering it like you do when you get a job, like you do when you buy a house. I don't understand why people don't just have these conversations before they get married, which is... Because let's say, for example, yes, you marry somebody with the intent of being with them forever, but let's say you're loaded, your other half isn't. After a year, they cheat on you and they go, I'm going to have half your money, by the way.
Good luck to you, because I...
Really?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Half your money?
Yes.
After a year?
It didn't bring me the happiness anyway, because it didn't attract the right partner, and maybe I'm better off in the simple life, off-grid,
But they're going off
on a farm.
But they're going off with half your cash.
But why is that the be... I know in capitalist society it's the be-all to end-all to function, but maybe there's other ways to find happiness.
No.
I'm sorry, this is...
I don't just give it all the way to charity now.
A lot of people do towards the end of life because they realise it didn't bring them what they were promised.
So you would rather, and I get it, you would rather believe in the dream and be true to those principles than to try and cover your back financially.
Yeah, because it's not the bit... I know lots of people are going to be really cross with me saying, well, it is the be-all to end-all when you don't have it. But what I'm saying is it's not the most hurtful, life-destroying thing that somebody can do to you.
I agree
and you
with
can
that.
rebuild your life in other ways. And maybe sometimes money brings you a lot more hassle and heartbreak.
But if you've got children with somebody and they just disappear and take all...
I understand the logistic thing of providing food and shelter for your children.
Well, you need that in a...
Yeah, you do.
Now, listen, you two, don't fight.
I'm divorcing you.